Hello there, this is Finn Fournier, and I'm going to read the manual to Star Wolves, and this is apparently a PDF, but would be an actual printed manual. And I think I might have seen this game in person, like at a Walmart, like for $10 back when I was a kid or something. But I don't remember for sure. It's like one of those games that probably was like on sale even though it was cheap, but it's still interesting. It's not quite as cool as Homeworld, and so far as I've seen in the tutorial, it's kind of hit or miss as to whether the things work right or not so far. So yeah, but it's still cool. It's a space game. So, well, here's the milieu, the the word that means setting, surroundings. So I'm not going to read this, but I'll read Introduction. We invite you to the world of space battles to the world where the spirit of chivalry competes with greed of gain, where danger tracks your very step, and where everything sometimes depends only from the right choice. We invite you to space, where only real Star Wolves can survive. The globalization process at the 22nd century caused megacorporations to take control over all aspects of human life. That led to the breakup of democracy. To re-establish their power, politics had to return to monarchism. Space expansion erased borders of past states, and now, after lots of local conflicts, the Empire rules the humanity. I'm thinking English was not their first language. Anyway, the government, led by the Prime Minister, is subdued to the Emperor. The judicial authority is represented by the Emperor himself and by Planet Supreme judges appointed by him. Authority at the local level is presented by governors and also appointed by the Emperor. Armed forces of the Empire include the Navy and local ground troops. Protection of the order in space is provided by the Patrol. Economics of the Empire is under total control of the three megacorporations, USS, Inoko, and Triad. These structures include nearly 99% of all production facilities. Each one has its sphere of control, where it is most powerful. For the USS, it is mass production, huge plants, numerous mining and refinery stations. For Inoko, it is high technology, latest scientific researches, most perfect and madly expensive crafts, weapons, and systems. Triad does not have any of these miracles, but has something even better: the shadowy past, good connections in criminal world, and progressive personnel politics. So lovely. No one of the corporations can acquire dominance because of its business rivals. Meanwhile, the monopolization leads to the constant sag of the living standard. What a surprise. Welcome to Amazon. Rawr. Anyway, and even more, the political crisis caused by the confrontation of political and economic powers threatens to turn into open war. The Emperor does not tolerate disobedience. The war machine of the Empire crashes all intractable on its way. The perfect lesson to all inconsistency is the fate of the debris system. Okay, that probably could have used a better word, lost in translation somewhere. The perfect lesson to all insubordination is the fate of the debris system. Proclaimed the independence. It was totally erased by forces that it went boom because they declared independence. And the Navy and Patrol did that during the Fall of Titan operation. Humanity, scattered across dozens of star systems, depends on trade and cargo transportation. Numerous transport ships cruising between portals, often without any defense, are perfect targets for criminals who constantly attack trade caravans. The patrol tries to prevent this. Trying to correct the grammar in this in real time makes me wonder if I'm having a stroke. I'm thinking I'm not, and it's just that difficult to try to use the right words while trying to not be inaccurate to what it says, but it's inaccurate to itself. Oh well. But pirate clans that rob convoys successfully evades destruction. But pirate, what the heck? What is even? But pirate clans that rob convoys successfully evade destruction. The cause of it is unclear. Insufficient financing of the patrol or the corruption of high authorities. Probably way too high, right? Anyway, what the heck? Anyway, officials have to hire mercenaries, so-called headhunters, from the Yautja. Anyway, installation, which for good old games is fairly simple, and this is irrelevant. Now anyway, until good old games disappears eventually, probably too. Anyway, that would be sad. I just had found it within this year, and it's a pretty cool little, like, Steam-like thing, but with older games. Onward. So, menu and options, continue, load last save, start new game. This is the beginning of the Star Wolf's adventure. Tutorial. To gain skills needed to handle a starfighter and a mothership, novice pilots have to complete this mission. And I tried starting part 2, and I couldn't find where the operations menu was to do the repairing of nanobots on Ace's ship. So I'm trying to see if this thing lists where the heck that is. But anyway, load game to load save game credits. You might be interested. Quit. Sometimes we have to return into the real world. I hate it. Current user. Display name of the current player. Select user profile. Star Wolves can be played by several players. Here you can create a profile for the new one or choose one from created earlier. Options. Video, sound, and game options. Game controls. Controls used in starships. Beginning. First of all, you have to create a player profile and set up the game. Enter the player's name and select user profile, and you accept your choice. After this, you already can begin the game using default settings. I want to modify this. I did add this here. This, you have now lost the game, but how this is so badly written. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the most perfect writer in the world either, but it's like, my word, this makes me want to edit the entire thing. Resolution. Here you may change resolution of the screen. The higher the resolution, the better is in-game graphics, but you'll need more powerful computer accordingly. Yeah. Full screen mode. You can play either in full screen mode or in window if the resolution of your desktop is higher than the in-game resolution. Texture detail. Texture detail may be high, medium, low, and very low. This option changes looks of all in-game objects. MIP maps. This option improves the look of textures from a distance. I might try that, see if it crashes my computer. Sound volume. Volume of sounds and speech. Dun dun dun. Music volume. Volume of an ambient music. Okay. Mouse sensitivity. This option changes the speed of the mouse cursor. Mouse wheel sensitivity. This option changes the sensitivity of the mouse wheel, so changing the camera speed in-game. Invert mouse. This inverts vertical movement of the camera. Mouse scrolling. If you choose this, the in-game camera will automatically rotate when you move the cursor to the edges of the screen. Additional options. Here you may find additional options. Gee, I wonder why. Additional options. Show hint boxes. If you choose this option, then hint boxes will appear to help you creating the character and become familiar with the menu. Show helpers. Task carrying out by a ship will be shown with a special helper. Launch fighters at mission start. This allows you to launch all your fighters at the mission start automatically. Enable rockets at mission start. The use of missiles is prohibited at a mission start by default, but you can change that. Show health bars. Then a ship takes damage. When a ship takes damage, the bar showing its armor and they actually use the right "its." The bar showing its armor and shield state will appear. Victory in Star Wolves greatly depends from the usage of tactical pause. If you missed a critical situation by any means, smart pause would help you. Enemy detected. Pause when an enemy appears in your radar range. Okay, pause when enemy appears in your radar range will help you evade sudden attacks. Enemy destroyed. Pause after enemy ship goes boom. Player ship armor less than 50%. This means critical damage. You have to deal with it fast. Mothership armor less than 20%. If this pause is triggered, your mothership is in a very bad shape. And if you don't take care about it, that will be your last mission. Do something and do it fast. Player ship destroyed. Now it is really late to do anything. To try to save a pilot, he may continue a fight on one of reserve fighters if you have any, of course. System options. Return to the system options menu. Starting the game. First you have to choose the difficulty level. Name your hero. He is simply hero by default. And his specialization. Skills your hero will have depend from your choice. There are 4 specializations: piloting, gunnery, missiles, and electronic warfare. Your hero may become the real expert in piloting any types of fighters, but without good AMS, anti-missile system cover, he will be a dead meat. This is what it says. I want to correct everything, and yet it is entertaining to hear how badly it's written too, although it's like I've never gotten past bare proficiency in Spanish or Russian or any other language I've tried studying, so I know they really tried, and this was before Google Translate, so this is someone's actual learning of a language, or at least playing with the dictionary and trying their best. So I don't really mean to make fun of them, but it's like, it is painful to read still. Anyway, hero with the gunnery specialization will be a legendary sniper in time and will always hit an enemy, but cannot evade attack in critical situation or overwind a real ace. Outmaneuver? Is that what overwind means? I don't know. Missile specialist neglects guns and cannot really use them. Only missiles and torpedoes are his favorite weapons. During an attack on a big target, there cannot be a more useful character than a missile specialist. Good specialist in electronic warfare is half of a success. He will handle with a missile attack and repair his wingmate's damaged ships. But he is not so good in attack, so it's a support craft specialist guy. Possible ways of your hero's development are shown by the tree of perks. For successful actions during missions, pilots gain experience points that may be spent to further pilot skills. Different specialists have different trees of perks. Don't mistake in your choice, you can't change it later. Don't make a mistake in your choice, you can't change it later. I missed a few words there. Other characters who will join your hero during his adventures also have different skills and specializations. The game. And here's what I added. You have now lost the game. Dun dun dun. It's the game you lose by thinking about it. Okay. This is the main interface you'll see during the game. It displays your teammate status, tasks, and other useful information. Interface screen splits into three main zones: panel of pilots, panel of commands, and panel of cameras. Let's speak about them in detail. Panel of pilots. Panel of pilots displays the most important information about your mercenary unit. There are three main icons on the mothership's panel. Enter the mothership and its hangars. So that thing there, which is a ship with two chevrons pointing right. Arrows, not chevrons, sorry. The same action can be made by right-clicking on the mothership's picture. Hotkey B. Okay. Is that in here? Okay, is it? No. Oh wait, here it is. One of these. There it is. That's where this one is. There. Okay. And this one is here, and that one's there. Okay, so this one, okay, the arrows that are flying represent the fighters, and they're going to the hangar there. Order 2, all fighters to dock with the mothership, hotkey Z. And this one is where it's pooping the fighters, arrow outward from the mothership, plop, there they go. Order all the fighters to leave the hangars, control Z. Okay. Above these three icons, the sum of credits on your account is shown. Under the picture of the mothership and also under pictures of your pilots, there is the bar showing shields and armor state. These are the most important showing during combat. So yeah, there, under the picture of them, the avatar. Alright, so, and two icons opening task menu and action menu are on each pilot's panel. Using task menu, you can change the role of this pilot in a wing, and in action menu, you can use expendable systems and special abilities. Panel of commands. So, yeah, there's their placement and there's their action menu, task and action. Which I thought the action menu was what they were referring to as the operations menu, but I have no clue. It didn't seem to work either way when I tried to do the second part of the tutorial, but maybe when I reload it again it'll actually work this time, like it did with firing at the decoy targets or whatever. Anyway, you can change them in the action menu. Panel of commands. In the lower part of the panel of commands, there are switchers that regulate the in-game time, pause, real time, double acceleration, fourfold acceleration. So, this is what you do when everything's going badly, this is what you do when everything's going normal, and here's things to watch everything speed up and you lose all your ships way faster. Fun, right? Okay. Yay! Icons of main command are at the upper part of the panel. Let's see, where is that? Oh, that's where this is. The pause, play, fast forward, super fast forward. So what's that there? That would be the camera, right? Icons of four main command are upper part of this panel here. Movement is M. Which is similar to the homeworld one where you have radius and then height for movement, although it doesn't always look quite as obvious when you're doing it where the heck everything's going. It's a matter of perspective and guesswork, I guess. Okay, E is escort an object, and D is docking with the mothership, and it's there. S is stop. A is attack. In the game, excuse me snooping scripts, this is all a game. And R is missile attack within the game. You have now lost the game, computer. Control A is select all fighters and the mothership. And C is hold position. Fighters do not do anything, do not attack anyway. There are several secondary commands. Show hide all action menus, show hide message log, show hide quest log, and X, L, Q, and X for show hide all action menus, L for show hide message log, Q for show or hide quest log, and tab is map of the system for more grand scale movement and radar usage, I guess. Map of the system is a very useful part of the interface. While in map, you can give orders if your team was split or if you have to move for a long distance. Also, it is easy to track enemy movements if it is in range of your radars. You can change the map scale with the mouse wheel or with the plus and minus buttons. Excuse me. You can tilt the map by moving the mouse while holding its right button. Panel of cameras. Shifts in radar range are displayed in the panel of cameras. Enemies indicate with red, neutrals with yellow, and presumably green for friendlies. By clicking on the icon of the detected wing, you may open the menu and see this wing strength. By double-clicking on a fighter, you may focus on this fighter's wing. Okay. There are 4 camera modes in the game. Free is F9, View is F10, Chase is F11, Follow is F12. You can switch camera mode by clicking hotkeys. Focus camera is the default camera mode. It's following a selected object and allowing freely choosing any foreshortening. It following a selected object and allow freely choose any foreshortening. So it follows something and I guess zoom in and out to shorten the perspective, something, whatever. You can rotate the camera 2 ways by moving the cursor to the edge of the screen, or what is more suitable, by holding the right mouse button while moving the mouse. You can move in and out the camera using the mouse wheel or by simultaneously holding left and right mouse buttons, which didn't seem to work when I tried doing that. View camera, for holding both mouse buttons, it just made a drag box, which seemed like it was only doing one of them, but I'm pretty sure I clicked both at the same time. Either way, the mouse wheel works best for that. View camera always remains focused on the selected object, but is unmovable. Follow camera always stays behind the selected ship and show everything from the pilot's point of view. Behind the ship? That's not the pilot's point of view, but I guess that's sort of closer than way far away. Free camera may move in any direction and choose any view. You can move it as by the mouse or so by cursor buttons. Okay, so you're moving everything with the mouse just without anything as a focus. Okay, often during your adventures, your hero and teammates will speak with different kinds of people, or even not people. So with robots or what? You can choose your answers using the mouse or by numeral buttons. Remember that future and even life of member of Star Wolf's team depends. Form your words. Oh my word. Remember the future and even the life of your members of Star Wolf's team depends on your words. Be wise in your decisions. Form your words. Yeah, please do. Control keys. Mouse. Left mouse button is selection, right mouse button default action, movement, attack, etc. Double left click mouse button focus on object, alt plus left mouse button focus on object. So without the double clicking. Okay. Mouse will move camera in or out. Left mouse button plus right mouse button plus mouse movement, move camera in and out. Okay. Left control plus left mouse button attack in the game. Shift plus right mouse button plus mouse movement vertical movement. Shift plus left mouse button selection of formed wings. Keyboard brackets switching of game speed slower or faster. Plus sign move camera in or out. Minus sign plus sign is move camera in, minus is move camera out. Greater than or lesser in buttons show or hide all contacts at the panel of cameras. S stop selected ships. Tab switch to map mode. V on map radar mode switching. Okay, different radar modes for V. Caps lock on or off altitudes. Q on or off the quest log. L show or hide message log. X show or hide all action menus. Escape deselect all ships, exit to main menu on second click. Numbers choose number of answer in dialogue, and there's the numbers again except for 7. Choose the wings by number during game. Shift plus the numbers selection of formed wings. Control A select all. D dock selected wing with the mothership. Z dock all fighters with the mothership. Control Z launch all fighters. M movement in a more homeworld way. C hold position. A attack in the game. R missile attack in the game. O with the umlaut for some reason. I don't think that was intentional, but it's there. Escort is O apparently. I thought it was something else. What was it? Did I not see where that was? It's E. Escort an object anyway. Okay, well, they might have put the wrong one there. It should be E then. But it says O with an umlaut. I think that's an umlaut anyway. That doesn't look right. It's probably E. Escort is that. It's E. B enter base and hangars. H on off helpers. Camera control. F switching from focus to free mode and vice versa. G consistent camera mode switching. F9 free camera. F10 view camera. F11 chase camera. F12 follow camera. Additionally, F1 help. F5 fast save. F8 fast load. These would probably be very useful. F5 is fast save and F8 is fast load, so save early, save often, although this is probably like not, it's not going to be like a hard save. You have to probably do that manually. But yeah, this would be like, this doesn't look like it's going well. Let's stop here. And time to reload again. Yay. Intermission interface. After successfully finished mission, you will see the intermission screen. Here you can distribute earned experience points and spend so hardly gained credits. Mission overall. Should it be overview? Mission overview. Aftermath, it looks like it says on there. In this menu you can see how many experience points gained your pilots, how many experience points your pilots gained. Although I guess in whatever language that they have, it would have verb, subject, no, object, verb, subject. So Klingon? I don't know. And what sum of money you earned. Also, here you can get all information about the fate of pirates you captured. We capture pirates during mission. Why not? Why capture them when you can just dispatch them? Anyway, in the game, of course. In the game. Anyway, team. Here you may distribute, gain experience, and develop, with an E at the end of develop, your skills. Is that a British spelling or just a misspelling overall? I don't think this is British English, but I am pretty sure that's a mistype. Anyway, your skills. Develop your skills. At the beginning of the game, main hero may choose one of 4 specializations: gunner, pilot, missile specialist, or specialist in electronic warfare of Doom. Each variant has its pluses and minuses. Choose wisely. You cannot change your specialization later. Every man has its own skills. That is why all characters joining your team have their own tree of skills. Perks you may develop are indicated with white. To see detailed descriptions of the perk, right click on its icon. Oh my word, I'm gonna need to take more aspirin when reading this. Mothership. From here you may enter the shop or black market to buy and sell weapons in the game and systems, or make a re-equipment of your mothership and fighters. The contents of your cargo bay are displayed at the bottom of the screen. At the left, hangars with fighters and pilots are shown. And these are all kind of blank looking, or is it just showing off the frame for each of these? Shop. At the shop or at the black market in the game, you can sell goods you have are shown at the bottom, and buy new weapons and system modules for your fighters and the mothership. That mothership? It should be ship, but it's mothership. Okay then. The prices are shown in the upper right corner of the item's picture. If it is red, you have 2 little pockets. That is a phrase. That is an idiom. So in this screen, that's gonna be what that looks like somehow. It would be probably more useful to see it within the game. So apparently a fighter has this frame, a light gun in the game has this frame, a heavy gun in the game has this frame, missiles in the game has this frame, system module has that frame, MS turret has that frame, MS system module has that frame, and containers have this frame. Okay, equipment. To equip the mothership, and this is what that would look like, I guess, this stuff here. To equip the mothership or fighters, click on its icon while the fighter is in hangar and drag weapons and system modules on their mounting places by the mouse. Also, you can change pilots of fighters by this way. New mission and news and mission selection. So on this menu, apparently, there? Oh, we're going, yeah, left to right. So that's whatever menu that is. I haven't seen it yet. On this screen, you may choose to read news and letters. News might be very useful for mercenaries. Sometimes you might get a hint from them about your next assignments, or read about history you have made by your actions. Also, you can choose your next mission here. Alright, fighters, weapons in the game, and systems descriptions. Mothership, Starwolf. The Starwolf was not designed as a military ship, but it was the swiftest cargo, the main, what? But it was the swiftest cargo the main hero with his friend Ace were managed to find at the market. It was a fast cargo transport that the main hero and his friend Ace found at the market. Now she has 4 turret slots, advanced shield generator, and brand new engines, which make her a rather dangerous opponent. So it's like the ships in Robert Asprin's book Tambu, which were like mining vessels that were retrofitted with some other cool stuff like that. Well, I guess it's just a general premise of a Q ship, like in World War I, something like that, except maybe a little bit heavier duty. So make her a rather dangerous opponent. Of course, that's the way the pirates often do, but where could you find a second-hand battlecruiser? I don't know, second-hand battlecruisers are us. There's gotta be somewhere, right? Shields, 200, whatever that means. Armor, 2,000. Max speed, 450. Turrets, 4. Systems, 5. Okay then. First generation fighters. Excalibur, superiority fighter. So like an Eagle. Excalibur was made as a superiority space fighter. For doing its task, it is seriously armed. 1 heavy armament gun, 2 standard, it should be standard, but instead it's standard missile pods, and also 2 mounted systems. The classical combination is 1 anti-missile system along with a repair one. The fighter appeared effective, universal, able to handle different tasks. Considered the best fighter of the first generation, it was able to compete with newest and expensive ones for a long time. So, shields 50 compared with the mothership's 200, so 1/4 of that. Armor 70 only compared to the mothership's 2,000. Max speed 750, so mothership's 450. Maneuverability 80, no comparison there. Slots B1, R2, Sys2. Okay, that's what that has. Hatchet, special purpose fighter of Doom. Unusual design of this ship is the consequence of its special purpose to support other space fighters with special systems installed on board. So like the electronics warfare one. The first series of this ship were produced in several modifications: anti-missile, long-range scout, and repair. After the modernization in 2182, it is possible to re-equip the fighter for completing any task in field conditions by replacement of a unified system modules. Alright, shields 30 compared to this Excalibur's 50, or so 30 shields, 70 armor, max speed 700 compared to the Excalibur's 750, maneuverability 70 compared to Excalibur's 80, and it only has slots S2 and System 3, or, well, okay, maybe this is like 2 system slots. I don't know. I'm sure it would make more sense once we see what this. So 3 system slots here and 2 S slots, whatever that would be. Alright. Naginata, light attack fighter. It is an attack fighter of the first generation, so that would be the hero's ship in the tutorial, it looks like. It is an attack fighter of the first generation, had good speed and armor for its time. After the modernization in 2179, so when the Nostromo was out, I guess, it gained modern computerized equipment and an ability to carry any missiles in 2 standard suspension units. It should be standard as over wherever it was before, but yeah, they have a T at the end of standard. 2 standard suspension units, not standard, but standard. Maybe it's a brand name. Suspension units. Although nearly obsolete, this fighter is still able to take part of a light missile carrier in the patrol forces and other paramilitary units. So shields 50, so same as the Excalibur. Armor 90, so a little heavier than either the Excalibur or the hatchet. Max speed 700, so same as the hatchet, 700, but a little slower than the Excalibur. Maneuverability is only 60, so even less than the hatchet. And it has slots of S2, R2, and System 1. Sys 1. I don't... So, alrighty. I don't know what that means yet. Yari Interceptor. Once the best fighter of the Navy, this ship added many glorious pages to history. Even now, after so many years, it is surrounded by a halo of elitists. Meanwhile, only foolhardy or real fools can fight with modern fighters using it. Yari is inferior to ships of the second and third generations in all characteristics, especially in protectability. Was phased out in 2205, but still is in the arsenal of the patrol and a lot of private owners. Shields 30. The shields are compared to 50 for this one, 50 for that, so 30 for that. So same as the hatchet. Okay, armor 50. Okay, that one sucks the most of everything listed so far. Max speed 800, so that's faster than the Excalibur at least, so it has speed as its main thing. Maneuverability 80, so same as the Excalibur, and a little faster than the hatchet, and the Naginata is the slowest of those so far. And slots are B1 and System 1, so only 2 slots, a B-type and a System slot. Okay. Alrighty, and here we have the Brigand. It's an interceptor, outmoded fighter. It's the first one equipped with the heavy gun in the game. Due to the perfect technology and good assembling, this mold were produced without changes during almost 40 years. At the modern time is can be interesting only by its low price. In modern times, it's only interesting by virtue of its low price, is what I guess it means. Shields 20, what the heck? Yeah, that sucks. Compared to the other ones, the lowest being 30 for this and 30 for that, so this is the lowest for shields now. Armor 40, so that's also the lowest. Lowest on shields and armor, max speed 700, so it's not even faster. Well, it's the same speed as the Naginata and the hatchet. And maneuverability 70, so more maneuverability than the Naginata, but same as the hatchet. And it only has B1 and Sys1 slots, so okay then. Hammerhead, heavy gunship. A heavy gunship in the game of the first generation. At the moment of the appearance, it was counted as the real flying tank, but soon after the development of new shields, it lost the main advantage, protectability. Nowadays, most pilots think that fighter is too awkward and poorly armed, but sometimes it is being used as a cheap missile platform of doom. Shields 40, so only slightly better than the Brigand. Armor 110, so yeah, heavy armor, at least. A little bit like the second is the Naginata so far listed, except of course the mothership there. which has 2,000 hit points, but max speed 600, so it's the slowest and the worst for shields, but the heaviest in armor. Maneuverability 60, so that also sucks compared to everything else. Well, except the Naginata. Same as the Naginata for maneuverability, which it would probably be like turning speed or something. Slots S2, R2, and System 1. Alright, second generation fighters. Bident gunship missile carrier. So the appearance of this missile carrier in 2199 marked the beginning of the new stage of the space military forces development. Before it, all military theorists believed that a massive attack of the fighter, gunships, and corvettes required to destroy the single capital ship. What? Oh my. Excuse me. So this one has just enough missiles to deal with it on their own or something, right? The first use of new missile carriers showed that the single salvo of one wing is able to put out of action a whole squadron consisting of a carrier and several escort ships. So yeah, they packed it with enough stuff to launch at once. Shields 140. Yep, that's pretty good. That would be better than the Brigand even, or the Hammerhead. Yeah. Well, shields 140. Shields. And armor 200, so that's a ton too. This is the real tank here. Well, it's an artillery thing. Max speed 750, so on the range of the Excalibur. Maneuverability 70, that's kind of average. And slots S2, R4 system. So R would probably be rockets, S would be shooting things, so gun ports maybe. But yeah, R would probably be missiles and system, so 2 system slots. I don't know. What's the B2 then in this? Well, I don't get it yet. Heavy fighter, second generation heavy fighter. In the process of developing, constructors pursued 2 goals: to drastically improve a firepower and to maintain high maneuverability. First goal was reached by an installation of 2 heavy guns, and to archive the second, they had to reject the installation of missile weapons and use unusual composition. The fighter became short, wide, and abruptly stand out from its form mates. Oh my word, this is gonna give me a stroke trying to read all this. Pilot? No, not really. I hope not anyway. Pilots of the Navy took this fighter suspiciously at first, but then appreciated its firepower and good protectability. At the moment, this fighter is widely used all over the Empire of Doom. Officially, it still stays at the arsenal of the Navy, but is almost replaced by the new fighters now. Shields 110, so yeah. Armor 250, max speed 800, maneuverability 90, so high average. Slots B2 and System 2. Raptor recon craft. So that would be the ACES ship, it looks like. Second generation rapid reconnaissance fighter. It was developed according to the conception that the main weapon of the reconnaissance craft is its speed, but the main constructor preventing all attempts of the leadership of the corporation to what the heck is this supposed to mean? But the main constructor preventing all attempts of the leadership of the corporation to interfere installed not 2 but 4 light guns to the fighter. As a result, this craft became unexpectedly sharp-toothed, able to stand up for itself even in any situations. Its success as at a weapons market was so great that it was positioned in several classes at the same time, supplanting anti-missile ships, repair crafts, and even light fighters. Shields 130, armor 130, max speed 850, maneuverability 90, so pretty good on all those. 3 system slots and 4 S4 slots. Or 4 S slots, S4 and System 3. Stormcrow, light fighter, second generation light fighter. The conception of a light fighter gained its realization at the new technological level. Besides its highly specialized purpose, this ship is able to handle many different tasks arising in modern space fight. Oh my word. This is reached by the installation of different missiles, guns, and systems to standard suspension units. Is that a brand name, or did they just... maybe the author has T used in the place of that is now used by D. I don't know. Otherwise, this would have to be like a brand name and should be capitalized. High speed and mobility of that fighter makes it one of the most deadly enemies in a close fight. So it's good for CQB. Alright. Shields 120, armor 100, max speed 900, so even better than that one. Okay. And maneuverability 110, yeah, that is better than. Slots B1, R1, and System 2. TIE Fly. Not TIE Fighter, but TIE Fly. Light Fighter. It is second generation light fighter, reconnaissance craft, united record speed, great mobility, and universality. All of these characteristics were reached by rejecting the usage of massive and bulk heavy guns. To compensate its lack of firepower, the development of a new generation light gun was started later. This was added to the arsenal of the Navy as M-103 Mace. This massive use of new fighter clearly improved its combativity. So was during the Operation Fall of a Titan. Then aggressive raids at rebel communication won the war. Nevertheless, the Navy regulations order to use light fighters only as a support, accepting fishes. That's all that will be left, according to the King and I, right? Anyway, except reconnaissance operations. So this is supposed to be for reconnaissance only within the milieu of the game. This fighter was never produced for an open trade, so one can buy it only at illegal markets. Shields 100, armor 80, max speed 950, maneuverability 120, and slots S2, R1, System 2. Third generation fighters. Evil Eye, light fighter. This is all-purpose third generation light fighter, the newest and heaviest ship in its class. Nevertheless, it became the most fast and mobile fighter available at free market. Although many technology novelty were used during its development, the producers were able to hold its price on an acceptable level. It is constantly said in advertising about the universality of this fighter, reached by the ability to install a wide assortment of systems on it. 3 system slots, that's it. But the High Command of the Navy, after long debates, rejected to add this fighter to the arsenal because it's not big enough firepower and high price. Shields 200, armor 200, max speed 1000. What? That is the fastest so far listed. Maneuverability 120, so on par with the TIE Fighter thing. Or TIE Fly, not TIE Fighter, TIE Fly, And yep, there's that. Okay, Gunslinger, heavy fighter. There are many rumors about the creation of this third generation fighter, the most powerful in history, so they say. So they say that during secret meeting of representatives of 3 corporations, the idea of a creation of the newest fighter excels the Navy ones was created. Anyway, the new fighter armed with 3 heavy guns, an unexampled case. What does that even mean? And having a protectability, having and having a protectability higher than any gunship appeared. What does that word solid mean? So they have 3 heavy guns and a high protectability. Okay, there isn't any information about how many such fighters were produced, but it is known that most of them are at the arsenal of the corporations. The rumors about a commercial production of this ship are still unconfirmed. So shields 450, armor 430, max speed 950, maneuverability 100, and 3 B slots and 2 system slots. What the heck is this even? Rimturs? HRIMTURS. Is this... what the heck? What language is that supposed to be from? 3 main corporations took part in the tender for the development of this 3rd generation assault ship. The special demands were made for its protectability and missile weapons. Although all 3 prototypes didn't meet the requirements, the decision to start production of the USS prototype as less expensive was made. After half a year after adding the fighter to the arsenal, agents of the Imperial Security Service revealed facts proving rumors about the bribery of the experts and members of Navy High Command who were in the commission. Besides, the real price of this fighter appeared to be twice higher than it was declared. Apparently, this scandal contributes to its share to the cooling of relations between the Emperor and the corporations. Shields 350, armor 450, max speed 800, maneuverability 80, and slots S1, R4, and System 2. Tiger, heavy fighter, 3rd generation heavy fighter armed with 2 heavy guns, was created at the beginning of the century as the main fighter for the Navy and the patrol. Because of the prevailing idea of narrow fighters Because of the prevailed idea of narrow fighters specialization, the requirements specification didn't suppose the installation of missile weapons. So it doesn't have missiles. Meanwhile, the developing was delayed, so then the new fighter appeared. It had to compete not only with the 2nd generation fighters, but also with the newest ones such as Evil Eye and Trident. Where the heck is Trident? Did I miss that? Or it's further, I guess. Oh, there it is. The joy. But in spite of its raised costs, the first production samples started to arrive into squadrons of the Navy. The fighter is produced only for the Navy. Now it is the base fighter of the Imperial Forces. Shields 320, armor 320, max speed 900, maneuverability 100, slots B2, System 3. Trident, special purpose fighter of Doom. This is the 3rd generation special purpose fighter. The base Navy support craft, it can carry on board up to 4 special systems that allows it to perform a wide range of tasks, so like the hatchet, just with 3 prongs facing forward. Unfortunately, because of its high cost, the re-equipment of special squadrons of the Navy goes very slow. So shields 400, armor 300, max speed 900, maneuverability 90, slots S3, R1, and System 4. Capital ships: Cavalier, patrol corvette, middle class ship. For serious questions, the patrol has serious answers. This powerful chip, not a ship, but a chip apparently, perfectly suited to the role of strike group's leader. This powerful ship is perfectly suited to the role of strike group's leader, used as by the patrol, so by the Navy. But because of its high price, there are not so many of them. Butcher, corvette, middle class military ship. This powerful ship Why did they're using C instead of S? What the heck? Why? Why? This ship is perfectly suited for the role of strike group's leader, used only by the Navy. Because of its high price, there are not so many of them. I'm gonna keep using C instead of S here. Stone Arrow cruiser. Despite its weak armament, a cruiser of this class with fighter support might be a very dangerous foe. Appearance of such a cruiser in a system always calms the situation in hotheads. Looks like it's a Covenant ship. Battleship Stalingrad. Does it have snipers? Like lots and lots of them. The main argument of the Empire in any military conflicts. Powerful armament, perfect fighter support. One has to be very confident in itself to dare attack such ship. Arba transport? That would mean 4, like Kirjath Arba, city of 4 in Genesis. So anyway, Arba transport. Heavy transport is a common heavy transport for long hauls. Usually follows the route under fighter's cover. Favorite ship as material for recasting into mobile pirate space. Later, even peaceful traders started to install turrets on their Q ships. I added the Q. But that's what a Q ship is. It's a transport with guns decked on it. Anyway, beta transport, middle transport. Common middle transport, the flying brick. Anyway, having rather low price, big cargo bay, and powerful engines, this one might be a bestseller if not constant problems during exploitation. This transport can't be equipped with weapons. How? You have all this surface area, you can bolt a few cannons on it. That's why it commonly goes without escort. I mean, seriously. All this space and you can't put a few... Someone's lacking ideas and a welding torch. Anyway, Walrus, middle transport. This is a quite fast and maneuverable transport. Usually it has light armament, which gives some feeling of safety to all those traders. False feeling. Any transport ship without cover is doomed in the case of a serious attack, but not in the case of a facetious attack. Then it's fine. HMQ transport, light transport, is just an unarmored container with a towboat. Extra crispy. Very popular because of its cheap cost. Totally helpless without an escort. Stations. Universal Station. Huge universal stations are the main inhabited places in space. The final frontier. The most perfect technologies used during its construction: artificial gravity, big inner space, clear air, not clean air, but clear. At least they got that going for it. And even forests made by the life of colonists, not so bad. Wouldn't you use trees and not colonists? I'd hope. Real universality. That's what it says. Real universality allows to use this station for different purposes, as living or trade stations or as research centers. Patrol station. Floating mushroom with cannons or antennae, I guess. This type of station is commonly used by the patrol in different systems. Big hangars, long-range sensors, so sensors, I guess. Long-range sensors, all that is needed for pilots. These stations were created as the perfection of space constructions, but constant problems and malfunctions do not allow proving it. So it's made by Sodexo and Walmart. Anyway, oxygen station. The invention of photosynthesis secret in 2128 allowed to create cheap oxygen without much expenses. So you have a physical chemical oxygen thing, or you just packed a whole bunch of algae somewhere. But the technology was rather dangerous, so it was decided not to produce oxygen right at living stations. Many accidents didn't hinder lots. What? Many accidents didn't hinder lots of people to become workers at oxygen plants. High salary compensates high risk. Yeah, lovely. Stations on asteroids. Asteroids are perfect bases for different constructions, making them many times cheaper, so asteroid stations are common throughout space. Fighters armament. Okay, technical data is presented in the table. So heavy guns, the M106 full-axe, heavy kinetic cannon, a classical kinetic weapon equipped with recoil and muzzle brakes. It is a deep modernization of an M-105 Masakari, the first heavy armament gun developed in the 2177 for specialty. It should be either in 2177 or that's if it's like a research division, it would be the 2177th. If it's like some R&D platoon or whatever, for a specific, especially for new fighters. It fires armor-piercing subcaliber rounds with a separated pan and a ceramic core. M105 and M106 guns proved powerful and reliable, and that is why they are in requisition throughout half a century. M110 War Axe Advanced Heavy Kinetic Cannon. It is a modernized kinetic weapon, the last kinetic gun added to the Navy arsenal in 2198. The main differences from an M106 are binary liquid projectile array, new recoil brakes, and automatics. It also uses rounds with depleted uranium core. Although this weapon considered obsolete, it is still mass produced and is in requisition at the weapon market in the game. So we're snooping computer algorithms, data mining, and flagging. It is a game I am talking about. Whatever. Rapid firing heavy cannon. Rapid firing cannons with rotating barrels had appeared at the pre-space era and didn't change much since then. Their enormous rate of fire allows even a novice gunner to hit a small-sized target. Accuracy by volume. The M200 Volcano was used by the Navy at the first time during the Phoenix operation. Then 2 cadet wings from the carrier Bestrasny destroyed during one operational flight more that 20 rebel fighters. Okay, so one took out 20 of the enemy, hopefully. M201 Gatling, second generation rapid firing cannon, so it's like this but cooler looking, right? It's from a new series of rapid firing guns, excels with increased rate of fire and more powerful ammo of doom. Many pilots prefer to use this reliable and good recommended in fights weapon rather than new ones. Pilots of the patrol said that 2 Gatling bursts were enough to practically cut through any pirate fighter. But as some experts note, because of the appearance of the M201 in free market, anyone can become a target for this gun. Yay. HCB-2 Melter Heavy Plasma Cannon. So they did get some stuff from the Covenant and Halo. Or this would it be around the same time as it? I don't know. I think it would, like early 2000s was when Halo was out, right? I think I had that game back in 2005. So yeah, maybe. I have a heavy plasma gun intended to damage heavy armored targets. And they're using the U for the British spelling, so okay, I guess this time they're going for that. For example, such as corvettes or boomers, I'm not saying that word outright, so using the pronunciation like tomb, T-O-M-B, so boom for this. It fires high temperature plasma, dealing great damage to any ship. The main disadvantages are at a low rate of fire and slow plasma clots. What? The main disadvantages are a low rate of fire and slow plasma clots. Flight speed that allows a mobile target to evade the hit. Bolts? Slow plasma bolts? Okay, whatever. Nevertheless, during the Red Corsairs War, Imperial pilots prefer to use this weapon. Rightfully thought that 1-2 hits would be enough to eliminate any pirate's fighter. Well, I mean, if you fire in the right pattern, you could have it where it's like a net, almost. Anyway, XHCB Inferno 7 experimental one? Yeah, prototype. So, this is a pre-production prototype of the newest plasma thing. And it's by the Inoco Corporation. Its purpose is like a purpose of any other plasma gun, but this one has a great advantage in power, so it's more powerful. Alright. Light guns, M91 Max M2, large caliber machine thing. Oh my word. So yeah, this is another kinetic weapon, Gatling gun. Here's the minigun outright called, so a smaller one like that. And a blackjack autocannon, so it's not a minigun, but it's just another one like that though. And the M133 Mace advanced autocannon for the TIE fighters, TIE fly fighters, but we're modified to anything. Okay, M150 Tetsubo, newest autocannon. It's another autocannon. Okay, and laser cannon. So the M79 Scorcher, it's a combat laser that the Navy used in this thing. The AML, so another laser. And M801 Polaris is another laser. The MD Thunderbolt, so there's a particle one, so it's a phaser. Missiles, here's a dart, unguided, so it's a rocket. It's just a rocket. And there's another rocket, the S-16 Mini, so I hope we aim right the first time. Short range missiles, so I would presume these are actually guided. And the dagger, short range, so also guided probably. I suppose for the unguided ones, they wouldn't be able to be affected by electronics warfare, so that's a good thing then, right? If it actually works at high stability against ECM, so yeah, electronic countermeasures. So yeah, the other ones would not have that ability. So yeah, okay, and more of these. So anything that's not unguided will suck against electronic countermeasures in the game. Oh, MIRV warheads, cool, so they can do a swarm with that, neat. Okay, radar, scout, long range scanner, detection range 160 clicks, then rangers 175 clicks, then sentry 190 clicks, spy 210 clicks, and anti-missile systems, ECM Mistral, so ECM factor -10 or just 10, something like that. And the ECM Storm has factor of 20, ECM Squall factor 30, ECM Cyclone factor 40, Boxer factor 15, okay. Gladiator factor 25. Shade, it's a stealth system, so decreases the radar cross section by 30%, reducing its detection range by enemies by 30%, I guess. Shade 2, 45%. Shade It's ghost, not shade. So 60%. Nebula, so decreases the effective radar cross section of all crafts and the wing by 40%. Black hole, another one that's by 60%. And repair system, troll. So okay, this is what I was missing. The troll thing is an emergency repair system. So in the action menus of Ace's thing, he has a troll. I was thinking it was going to be like the what is it in Firefly, where it's the crybabies, the things that you launch to draw the enemy away. I thought that's from this what troll sounds like to me is that, but apparently it's the repair system. So in the second part of the tutorial, this is what I needed to use to pass the first section of that. So alrighty then, so this is the disposable emergency repair nanobot tank, can restore up to 150 HP in 15 seconds. So this is that werewolf emergency repair system, so 300 HP in 15 seconds, so double that one of the troll. Gnome, so repair rate is 1 HP per second. That sounds dumb, but it's a field repair, so it's a constant one and it isn't disposable, so that's a better deal in general. Maybe kobold nanobots that repair at 2 HP per second, so twice the rate of the gnome. That's cool. Cleric, this is 1 HP per second. This system provides repair of any damaged craft in the same wing when active, so ranged. And this is not ranged? What? But this one's a ranged. These are both ranged, the cleric and the redeemer one, so redeemer is 2 HP per second within its range. Shields, bastion, so 20 SP and its recharge rate is 0.5 SP per second. Shields points, 20 shields points and its recharge is 0.5. so Citadel, 30 shield points and 1 shield point per second, so double that and 50% more than that. Stronghold, 50 SP and 1 SP per second. And here's engines, Tarpan, so speed of a ship is increased by 10%. Mustang, 20%. Racer, 30%. Boosters, Snowstorm, disposable activated weapons booster increases rate of fire of all guns by 50% for 75 seconds. Okay, Blizzard, double the fire rate. It increases the fire rate of all guns by 100% for 90 seconds, so twice the fire rate for a minute and a half. Yay. And this one is afterburner engine booster system, so doubling the engine speed for a minute. Super afterburner, 150% of engine speed, increases ship's maximum speed by 150% for 90 seconds. Super afterburner. Cargo, space trading is a difficult and responsible business. So for anyone downloading my Space Commander War and Trade, here's this sentence that's actually spelled correctly, so yay. So please, don't downvote me. I'm trying my best here. I'm sorry I'm boring. I'd rather I weren't, but I can't really help it because I'm not attractive or funny enough to be counted as worthy of survival, I guess. Yay! That's why corporations considered blah blah blah. Pilot escape pods were also developed on the basis of trade containers. Lovely, we're getting shipped in shipping crates. Armament of the mothership. Turrets for the capital ships are developed on the fighter cannons. Yay. Mothership system modules, so LRS Lego. LRS long range scanner Eagle, so 160 clicks. Hawkeye 190 clicks. Parallax 220 clicks. Blinder is an active ABM system able to destroy incoming missiles with a laser. Oh, cool. So efficiency rating is considered as 15. ABM haze, Oh, anti-ballistic missile. Okay, that's what that means. So it's considered efficiency rating 25. Missed 35. Chromium is automated repair system, so 1 HP per second. Nickel 2 HP per second. Vanadium 3 HP per second. Scutum shield amplifier is 100 SP and recovery by 0.5 shield point per second. Aegis is 200 shield points and recovery by 1 shield point per second. Shiva shield amplifier 300 shield points and 1 shield point per second. Oh my word, and here's all the technical details for anyone that wants to pause and read, or if you get the game yourself, the manual is in the folder that's in the menu of yeah, it's all the way, where is it? Star Wolves. Yeah, there's the manual if you want to go and read that. I'm not reading all this crap. I read it when I was looking at that, and I'm sorry I stopped reading all the details of the poorly written paragraphs, but yeah, that's a pain. Combat tactics. The most important tactical element is a wing. Appointing the wing leader, a player must take into consideration his skills and abilities. And another important part is to choose wingmates and their tasks such as attack, defense, and anti-missile defense. By changing these tasks during a fight and by reappointing the leader, a player has the possibility to tune his wings according to enemy type and number to a special equipment installed on fighters of Star Wolves. To create a wing, simply drag the icon of second wingman to the icon of the leader. Oh my word. Wingmen are able to perform different tasks. Attack, pilot will attack his leader's target. Defense, pilot will attack any enemy ships firing at his wingmates. Repair, pilot will repair his wingmates' damaged fighters if he has distance repairing system. BMD, wingmate will use advanced anti-missile systems against any missile tracking fighter of his wing. Stealth wingman will use wing stealth systems, hiding the wing from enemy sensors. Use of special abilities of some pilots allow them to make miracles in combat, thus raising the efficiency of their wings. The drawback is that these abilities may only be used may be used only several times. They're finite, some of them. Your wings may work at its own, so in escort. What the heck? A group of fighters or one fighter may escort any neutral ship, defending it from any threats. Fighters in escort mode try to stay close to the guarded ship, but not to come very close, thus remaining some space for maneuver. Okay. Oh my word. Am I just really old, or is this is causing me to be like, I want to fix all these, and yet I need to fix my own writing, of course, too. And this looks like, is that supposed to be there? Mothership is escorting. The mothership is escorting by separated fighters. Is escorted by separate fighters. The mothership is escorted by 2 wings. Are those the same image? I don't see any difference. These all... What is even the difference in these? I don't see... They look the same. The mothership escorts the transport. It looks like they just use the same image in every single one. Oh well. You can change your wings right in combat with the help of tactical pause. Because of fast changes of situation in a fight, an effective wing at the beginning may become easy prey with an A. At the end of it, it should be with an E. at the end of it, do not be afraid to experiment and use different kinds of formations according to the situation. Good hunting, Star Wolves. Oh my word. Here's the names of everyone. It's like, they should have ran this by someone to edit it a little better. But, yeah, here's everyone that did that. I like how the game looks. I wish it weren't as buggy and I could actually read this without having a headache. But, well, I don't really have a headache, but it is confusing still. Some of these are kind of word salad-y. So it's like, but this was before Google Translate, so this is translated by someone that tried learning the language more than I have been able to learn other languages yet. And I'm getting older, so I'm probably not going to get any better at it. But yeah, so this was the game manual. Hopefully that might help someone eventually. I look forward to trying this game and hopefully winning occasionally. Whenever the game decides to not have glitches where it doesn't do anything, like not firing at the targets like it was supposed to because it wasn't displaying whatever. You could hear the sound effect, like in the first thing it seemed like it had the sound effect, but it just wasn't doing anything. So yeah, that was a pain. Anyway, gonna call it done now. Take care everyone and try not to go crazy.